Today I'm going to show you 3 ideas what to do with seaglass and pottery with sharp edges like you would find in rivers and fields, for example. Idea number 1 is super easy and it's a fridge magnet. Now there is this piece of pottery that we found a while ago and it's quite big and a little sharp, and there's also this piece of pottery, just a bit smaller. So you could use either, and I've got a couple of kind of small magnets here, and this is a kind of flexible magnet, and I've just cut that in smaller pieces. So all you need to do is get a glue gun, get your piece of pottery, cut the magnet to size, stick it on the back, and then we use a smaller one. And then you can stick it on your fridge, and every time you open the fridge, get a bit of milk, you can see your little find there. So that's a super easy idea with what you can do with sharper pieces of pottery that otherwise you couldn't really make into jewellery. Idea number 2, I'm going to show you quickly a little mock-up of how to make a flower pot. Now I'm going to use this piece as the flower pot, and you probably remember this piece from Under the Bobby Bridge, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece, but it's got really sharp edges here, and so I decided that we will use this here and to pretend this is a flower pot. So I've cut this little piece of card mount to size that it would fit into a frame, just to show you what you could do with pieces of pottery like this. So that would be the pot. So we've got our flower pot, and now we need to make a flower. Really simple, just sort of arrange the pieces into a rudimentary flower shape. And you could make these as elaborate or as simple as you want. You could either draw in the middle, or you could just stick like a bead in it, not necessarily a beachfront bead, but any kind of bead, or any other embellishment you would like. Then I've got just a fine liner here, you could use watercolour, and now I'm just going to show you, just really simple, just all you need to do is just put this here. We're just going to draw that in there. Okay. And we could also add a couple of leaves here. These brown pieces. That's idea number 2. You just need to glue this on now, and then you can frame it. Idea number 3 is we're going to make a washing line with some wash hanging up, and I'm going to show you step by step how to make this with our finds from Buckhaven the other day. Now what you'll need for this project is a shadow frame, that's the back of the shadow frame, and a piece of card mount. I've already cut this to size with the guillotine. Now what we'll need is some glue. I'm going to use this kind of glue, it's just some tacky glue. Then I'm going to use a fine liner to add some details, and then we'll need our finds. Now these are all our finds from back here. You'll remember this piece. These pieces Craig found as we were running off the beach as it was getting dark. And then we have a couple of smaller pieces of sea glass. And these are a couple of pieces of driftwood that we've collected ages ago because they need a long time to dry out. So that's all we're going to use today. Let's get started. So these are my two poles for the washing line. So you could glue this down like this if you wanted to. But we are going to use this fine liner. Now, let's see if our pieces will fit in between here. So now all I need to do is draw a little line here, and maybe I'll just draw over the side there, just like a washing line. Might be an idea to get a cup. I'm just going to do this freehand. Now we've got clothes to hang up, and these pottery pieces are just perfect. So now I was thinking to have a little birdie or two sitting on top of the washing line. These tiny pieces here. Remember to leave some space for the legs. All we need to do now is wait for the glue to dry, then we can frame this little piece and then it can go in our Etsy shop. I hope you enjoyed today's crafts. If you did, please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel. See you next week. Bye!